Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. It is Roundup Thursday, and we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 14, Shameless, Not Ruthless. Okay, Jamal.
What did you think of this episode?
It was uh, two product placements, a dinner, and another useless screaming match. Wasn't like I just felt like we were dragging on an argument that nobody cares about.
Okay, see, I'm glad I'm not feeling this. I'm not the only one who feels that way. I mean, it was an easy watch. I'll be
Yes.
honest.
Yes.
It went by very quick. I wasn't mad at that, but this felt like filler to get to the next episode where Garcelle goes in.
Oof. I was more interested in the teaser for next week than I
Right?
was in the actual episode. But here's the thing. I'm not bashing anybody's charity, but again, product placement for the dentist's office and then product placement for the Diana segment. And I will be very honest, I did not pay attention. As soon as I heard the tickling of the ivories, I tuned out. I don't care about Diana, so I don't pay attention. And when we get to the actual charity dinner, I was cringing at the conversation between PK and Mauricio, sizing up these women. And I will say Lisa had me for almost a nanosecond
Mhm.
when she said that she got a delivery of her mom's personal effects.
That'd be
Um,
hard.
that did hit me, but then I did not see a tear. Can you Botox your tear ducts?
It's fine. Hmm. Let's see.
I got
Mm.
she got a nanosecond of compassion out of me, and then it it went away. I'm sorry. Let me just say hi to everybody in here. Hi everyone. Hello Susan. Hey Sunway. Let's see. Hi Yanni. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay, so here's what he's saying.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
The injection of Botox into the gland temporarily reduces excessive projection of tears.
Oh.
Excuse me, without damaging the gland. In patients whose eyes water due to abnormal nerve connections, this usually occurs when chewing or eating, and the condition is commonly known as watery eyes. So if you give Botox, it
Mm-hmm.
can cause you to have less water, so less tears. So it's a possibility.
Oh, okay. Okay. You see this comment by Vale? Interesting the comment Mauricio made about Door It. What? Like, I found it interesting that he picked Door It as
Right.
the cutest wife or the best dressed wife or whatever PK was ranting on about. He was hot on Erica. Is he one of her benefactors?
Right.
Just wondering for a friend. But
And him.
Mauricio was like, yeah, Dorit, yep, she's it.
Right. That's it. Nobody else.
And then PK's like, no, take out the wives, take out the wives. And he was like, oh, okay, Lisa. Really? You go from Dorit to Lisa? Okay.
And what was it? I'm trying to think where I was going. It was a thought that popped in my head and it was
Oh, I'm
gone.
sorry. Are the
Oh,
rumors true? Uh-huh.
shout out to Dorit because she
Uh-huh.
loved PK because she married him with them teeth, with his original teeth.
Oh my, but listen, he's British. Those are excellent teeth. Those
That's why I
are
heard
excellent.
that's why I heard.
Mm-hmm.
She
They
now
weren't
that is
that
love
bad.
right there.
Well, we all know why she married him because she needed a benefactor.
No, but he was broke. But he was broke when she met him.
You
Remember,
always scamming. It is not marrying nobody broke. He has some
That's
money
what you
hidden
do.
somewhere.
What you say? His money, like his assets maybe kind of dry, but under his mattress was kind of nice.
Look
Like
how
he got
they
money in the mattress.
shuffle around money and buy houses in different people's name. PK is not new to this. She wasn't marrying broke. Not with those teeth.
Right.
And then procreating too? No. Mm-mm.
No, I feel you. I'm just saying, some people teeth is a complete. Because she was hilarious. She had me dying. So that's love right there. I'm like, well, you ain't lied. You ain't lied. But I
Mm.
do. I kind of want to take this character by character. Don't
Yanni say no, Jamal. Rich broke,
Riz
not
broke,
us, bro.
right? I forget that sometimes.
All right, yeah. Let's get you drive
So
this stagecoach.
so let's start with Lisa Renner. I get the fact. I'm glad that she admitted like her anger was misplaced. I can give her some credit for that because with the way you were acting, ma'am, you were being ridiculous. It wasn't about Harry, y'all being embarrassed. Your mom just passed, and you trying to walk around here like you're okay is part of the problem. I
Mhm.
really feel she needs to see some sort of counseling, just a little bit. A bit.
Um,
Love makes love makes stop.
yes, this is true. This is true, Ebony. He is a smoker, coffee drinker. I think he drinks a lot of Diet Coke as well, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All the things that stain the teeth. Yeah, he's guilty of. Um,
So yeah,
Lisa, I,
yeah. I mean,
she
she
had
needs.
me
I
for a
really,
nanosecond, and that was it.
I do think she needs to talk to somebody about that. Though. I really do. That's just my personal opinion. So let me write this. Too many of these ladies. Let me just write this down real quick. Where is my notepad? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we got Lisa out the way. She
Mm-hmm.
she did apologize to Sutton, which was
Mm-hmm.
good. She understands that her anger was misplaced. Thank you for doing that because you was making me mad with that. You was making me mad with that. Don't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be yelling at people because you're in pain. Like if you're in pain, go talk to somebody about it. Go talk to somebody about it. Did you have anything else for Lisa?
Did she wear that dress somewhere before? I felt like I
A
saw it.
version? No, she has a
She has that in like four
like a
different
purplish.
colors.
Right.
Okay.
I
I
just
just
don't
felt like
understand
I
really.
saw that color somewhere before on her.
She loves her gold. But here's the thing though with Lisa.
Mhm.
Ma'am, you do not need those shoulder pads. Let's call a thing a thing. Lisa has body. Do
Mhm.
not ruin that with shoulder pads.
But I think those are exaggerated shoulder pads to like turn up because that dress is a couple years old and that's when they were doing those like pointed
Yeah,
up
I know. But
shoulders.
ma'am, you don't need that. It takes away from her. Because let's like her or not, body
Uh-huh.
on point. She's a pretty woman. Here's the problem with Lisa Rinna, and I've talked to a couple of people about her as well. She's someone you really want to like. You want to like her because she's self-deprecating. She is funny. She's a good time. Like Lisa Rinna, like is that lady, that woman you could go out and party with, for 2 or 3 hours, have a good time. But we can't be your friend now. We can't be your friend. Like you
Mm.
could be that party buddy. You want to like her, but then she says something like the worst things imaginable, and you're like, yeah, no, we can't do you. We can't.
Okay,
We
so
can't. We can't do you.
PK has 3 children before Dorit. I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
Right?
He's a
No,
bit
it makes sense.
older than her. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So,
But
who's next?
Sutton, let's do Sutton. All right. So Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
She always seems to handle herself very well. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the part at the dinner in front of
Oh.
at the charity.
Uh-huh.
Kyle stirring the pot.
And badly.
That was terrible.
It was,
Sudden,
but I like how Sutton said, I'm not talking about this here in this company because they are at a charity event. Well,
right?
supposed to be, you know. But Kyle, I think Kyle still has leftover C19 because this is the sloppiest that I've seen her at stirring the pot. Even Mauricio was better than her.
Right.
I
But
don't
see,
know.
Marizo, he'll just drop a bomb and keep it moving. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, y'all can run with it how you want to run with it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. But Sutton, I agree with you. I like how she tried to squash it. Wrong time. And I think she's just sick and tired of talking about it.
Right. She's ready to move on.
It's not even that. I think she's realized the pattern that when she's one on one with Rinna says one thing, but then when she has an audience, it's something else. She starts showboating. And this is a
Hmm.
bigger audience, you know? And she does have a reputation. And I guess she didn't want to air out her dirty business or all of their dirty business in front of people that she's just meeting,
Exactly.
you know?
I always thought
Mm.
she handled herself really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
It could have went left so many ways. It didn't. And it was sudden. She didn't have much she didn't have much camera time, but the camera time she had was good enough for me because
When,
she was just trying to shut mess down. I was like, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you right now.
in the confessional, though, when she read the text that she sent to Harry Hamlin, that
Hmm.
was so nice what she said, apologizing and all of that. But okay, this has to be the last apology for this issue. She has apologized to Harry. She has apologized multiple times to Lisa. Stop it, Lisa.
Exactly. Oh, let's see. Which sister was worse? Which sister was worse? Kyle stirring the pot at the table or Kathy Hilton on what watch what happens live?
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
Kathy.
WWHL, but Kyle was what Kyle did and handle it was atrocious.
Mm-hmm. What she did with well, we'll get to it, but what she the two times she was stirring the pot, once with Erica regarding Garcelle, and then at the dinner regarding Sutton. I didn't like either one of them. I thought they were sloppy.
Exactly. When you stir the pot, you gotta be way, way better than that.
Hmm. I think
Here's the thing,
she's
Kyle.
threatened. I think she's
Kyle
threatened because Garcelle knows how to, you know, stir the
maneuver.
pot better than her.
Garcelle. I mean not Garcelle. Kyle, you are 12 seasons in. You should know better by now.
I think she's making these mistakes because I think in her head she has to play catch up because she was out for a couple of shows due to the
Right.
C19.
Mm-hmm. I
That and the
understand.
fact that I think she's drinking too much at these during filming. I've just never seen her this sloppy.
Right. Agreed. So I think we're done with Sutton. Let's go on to Kyle. So we're talking about Kyle.
Yeah.
You get an F minus for stirring the pot. Actually, I'm gonna give you a G. You get a G for stirring the pot. This was just epically bad. Do
Hmm.
better. And when you stir the pot at a charity event, what you're supposed to do, like Sudden I heard this happen. Like, how are you doing? That's how you stir the pot, Kyle. You ask questions. You don't fly out like, well, I had a conversation with so and so and they said this. That took no thought, no nuance, no nothing.
I
I'm just saying.
there's really no need for Kyle to be here anymore.
Hmm.
None. And Vale asked, can someone say what Kyle is bringing to the show other than stirring the pot? But she's not even doing that well.
No, all she's bringing us right now is Kathy Hilton. That's it. That's all
Well,
you got.
honestly, I think now that they've got the in with Kathy, They don't
Right.
really need Kyle. So
Need
Kyle, you
Kyle
made
anymore.
a big mistake by bringing your sister on here. They don't need you
Bring
anymore.
bring your replacement. Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Just saying.
Um,
Kyle did nothing for me this episode. How about you?
mhm.
I've already said I've already given her a letter grade over. She's getting a G, and that's it.
You're very generous.
Hmm.
You're very generous.
I try.
And she
I
better not bring them dogs because they're always licking all over the food. Her and those dogs need to be put in kennels
oh Sunway. Sunway. So when's
next week.
the? It's next week, Sunway. That's the beginning.
It's the beginning. I got a feeling it's going to be at
Yes.
the end.
No. I'm saying like the beginning of the issue, the real issues, the meat of the season starts next week. But remember,
Oh.
we still got Aspen.
Ooh.
And I was watching. I stumbled upon this video last night. I meant to grab the
Mhm.
link and I didn't do it. Oh, it was it was titled "Celebrities Who Can't Stand Lisa Rinna,"
Oh.
and they gave us tidbits about this season and how right now
Mhm.
Rinna, Kyle, and Kathy aren't getting along, and they've been throwing out backstabbing tweets, backstabbing like veiled cryptic type things on their Instagram and social media. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, so this is about to be good.
Oh no. Okay. She's clout thirsty. Has always been. Oh my goodness. Y'all going in. So who we talking about?
Let's see who's next. Then we did
Yeah.
Lisa, Sutton, Kyle. Let's
Mhm.
get Nothing Burger Diana out the way. Asher played the piano, and we found out Diana had her wisdom teeth pulled by Charity. That's all she gave me.
I left the
You
room. I
good?
went to go get something to eat out of the kitchen.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Diana's done. All right, we have. Let's get Crystal out the way. This is real easy too. Crystal feels like she's being judged by the other ladies for her
I did
condition.
like that sit down she had with Sutton though. Other than Sutton asking her if she want a part-time job after school at
Right.
the boutique. But I like the way how Sutton brought up what was being said about her at the wine tasting. And
Mhm.
you notice that Sutton went to a point and then
Right.
let Crystal finish off the part with saying, "Oh, you mean it sounded like judgmental?" I was like, Sutton, lay it down without actually hitting the final blow. Let her pick up like the pieces that you throwing down for her. I liked it. I feel like Sutton is cultivating Crystal. I don't know if I have the patience for it though.
Right. Exactly. Crystal. Here's the thing with Crystal, and like I said, I
Mm-hmm.
talked to other people about this show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same reaction. Everyone, they don't know what to do with her, and the reason is because Crystal is a. You remember how Cynthia would slay in her later years would slay the confessionals, like she was
Mm-hmm.
confessional queen.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal is a very good one-on-one or family scene housewife. She's not a very good group scene housewife. And the reason I say that is because when she's in a group, she tries to get her points across and like let her voice, be heard. She doesn't understand or know how to fight verbally.
Mm-hmm.
She it's like when she's with one person, she seems less nervous and she can get
Mm-hmm.
her point across clearly. But when she's in a group and she feels like she's fighting to be heard, she is so concerned about herself being heard versus getting her point across. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know how to stand out in a group and be heard because
Okay,
of the other
so
personalities.
look at what Vale says. I think Crystal has potential, but is intimidated by this group of women. Now, I I can agree with this statement, but the 14 friends that all dropped her at the same time, were they around her age or were they seasoned women like the rest of this cast?
Good
Because
point.
I feel like Crystal has a level of immaturity, like she's still fighting in high school, but you can't fight like that with these women. These women like know how to use their words. They got the real dirt and they know how to use it. And I feel like she, like you said, when she gets into a group, I feel she's so used to fading to the background. And she doesn't want to speak up and talk in front of these women. But when she gets in the one-on-one, yes, but she does one of two things. With Sutton, she can talk and converse. But you notice with Erica, she became the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to need her to stop doing that.
I want to share something with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what confused me about Crystal. She can hold her own. How much do you think Crystal is worth?
Crystal got a organic coconut water business that is in
Yeah,
Costco and
that's what I'm
selling
saying.
all over Asia.
How much do you think she's worth?
I don't know, like about 10, 20 million.
Homegirl is worth $30 million. You
Good
have
for
no reason,
her.
right? You have no reason to be intimidated by no woman on the scene. You can slide right in. Your husband is going down in history. Again, we're talking history here.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, done. You the wife. You got the kids. You are coined on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Can't no woman, and I'm sorry, can't no woman tell you in this group can't tell you anything because I'm gonna say it like this, Crystal. You probably will never see this. Stop walking around like you're inferior to these women. She does that. When she gets around these women in the group, she cowers.
Mm-hmm.
She cowers. And now you look on the other hand. I want to use Garcelle as an example. Garcelle has less money, has less net worth, I believe, overall. But
Mm-hmm.
when she walks into the room, she understands who she is.
Mm-hmm.
She is part of Black royalty in Hollywood. She is
Mm-hmm.
still working. She is producing. She has her own company. She's still booking modeling jobs.
Mm-hmm.
She understands herself, and she has that confidence when she walks into the room. She's like, "I am here. Y'all gonna see me and hear me." Crystal needs that. Crystal needs that for herself. She needs, like somebody said that. Vale. Crystal
Mm-hmm.
needs more confidence. Crystal needs more confidence and needs to cuss them out. Exactly, Vale. Exactly.
But although Crystal is in her 30s, I feel like emotionally she's still in her 20s. Like the
Yes,
way how she interacts with these women, it sometimes seems very immature.
but we have to remember she got married like pretty much out of college and became a mother soon after that. So she didn't
Right.
go through those. She didn't go through those 20s like we did.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But she been maneuvering in
The
high
circles.
power circles for quite a long time. She could have found a mentor somewhere who could have dragged her up. Not dragged her up, but you know what I mean.
Trained her
Um,
up.
right.
Lifted her. No, lifted
But
her.
it
Lifted her.
seems like right, but it seems like she's found that person in Sutton. I thought it was Kathy last year, but to me,
Mm,
she was just a sycophant for Kathy. But Sutton's trying to break that bad behavior of hers of always going to the richest person in the room and
mm,
latching on. And I feel like Sutton is trying to like make her progress a little bit more
right.
and be the 30 something year old that she is instead of the 22-year-old that she was.
And it's okay to have people who are of a higher station than you, but you have to understand when
Mm-hmm.
you do like you have to make sure you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You have to observe, you have to learn, and you have to find that inner strength to understand, like, if you're here, if you're in the group, it's because you're
Mm-hmm.
wanted there and you have something
To
people
offer.
see in you to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect word, Debbie. Something to
Mm-hmm.
offer. And what I think if Crystal can get there, this is why I really hope her and Sutton and Garcelle can get back on track. Because those group of three, if you look at the show as a whole, those three have the
Mm-hmm.
most to offer in the show. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be no, let's be honest. Because Erica, all she was really offering was Pat the Puss. Let's call it thing a thing. I
Well,
mean,
I
how about
wasn't interested in that.
right?
Next.
And you had the money and the lifestyle, but I need. I'm going to need to see your family property records. I'm still going to stay on that. Lisa
Mm-hmm.
Rinna has no storylines, but everybody else's storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorit, the fashions. And you look at the other three, like you have Garcelle, Black Girl Magic Royalty, Hollywood. She's
Mm-hmm.
making moves, buying a beachfront property. Good job, Garcelle. Crystal, you got a whole net worth of 30 million. You own one of the biggest companies out there, like with coconut water. You're probably dominating the market right now. You
And
got that,
that's their
and
only product. I don't think she has much more in her, like their
right.
biggest product is the coconut water.
Oh, for sure. I drank real cocoa all the time at one point. And then you have Sutton. Sutton got businesses. She's on a plethora of boards. You
Uh-huh.
know, she have
Front row
accounting,
at Dolce and Gabbana. Get a
right?
crown every year.
With and she has accountants who tells her that she can
Not
buy buy
accountants, financial advisors. Hmm.
I like when she calls them accountant though, because it was just so funny. It was just hilarious.
Hey,
Telling you like
Elijah.
they're just that group is incredibly talented and smart. Like
Mm-hmm.
they could be making moves, and they got Cherie in the fold, loving
Mm-hmm.
that. That's who we need leading the show. Because what do the others do outside of the show? Nothing. Zero.
Hey,
Except Kyle keep
Elijah.
except Kyle
Welcome.
keep Kyle keep trying to pawn off Shahida's work on us, and we ain't having it.
Oh, Lord. I just want to make a special note. Guys, if you get a chance, if you didn't already see it, Larja had a wonderful interview with Dr. Heavenly last weekend. Check out Larger Curves, her YouTube channel, and see that interview. It was actually really, really good. I didn't get to see all of it because I was working, but you guys check it out. Go and support Miss Larger Curves on her channel and see that really great interview with Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. Sorry
I
about
came in
that.
at the last. No, I came at the last part of the interview. And Heavenly calls it like it is, and I sided with Heavenly on that one because, like, how you get like the hypocrisy was real, and she wasn't lying. She was not lying.
Mhm.
I'm like, when you put it in those, when you lay it out in that way, oh yeah, they hypocrites.
Oh, and Larja, you were a masterful interviewer because you were able to keep Heavenly's focus. She's like a little bit like herding cats at times. But you were awesome trying to keep her on point, and you did it. Bravo, my dear. Bravo. So yeah, support our girl. All right, so yes, who is next? We did Crystal just now. Are we done with Crystal? We want her
Yeah,
to like find a
boss up.
mentor. Yes, and she doesn't necessarily have to cuss somebody out, but just speak up for herself and stand up. Don't back down from these women. Stop fading to black.
Right.
Come forward, girl. You got something, for some reason. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about her coming back next season. I'm going to just leave it to Jamal to support her. I'm done. All right, so who's next?
Who is next? We have Garcelle and we have Erica left.
There wasn't much Garcelle in this episode,
It wasn't.
but her and Sutton sitting down together at that dinner was everything. And basically, the shade that Garcelle gives in her confessionals is on point. What else? I guess next week we'll see more of her with her confrontation with Erica. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but she didn't really have much in this episode. I guess
No,
this
it
was
wasn't.
Dorit's episode.
Right.
Who next?
Let's see. All we have left is Erica.
Well,
Here's the thing with Erica. Here's where I have a problem with Erica. Ma'am, you don't get to be all offended because Garcelle is saying straight up dead to your face that she's concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And a real friend is going to tell
Yikes.
you when they're concerned.
Mm-hmm.
A real friend. A real friend is going to tell you you're concerned. Lisa just threw a bus over you in your own house.
I uh I don't understand how Erica could think that Garcelle isn't genuine in her concern. She's not talking behind your back like most people are.
Here's what it is. Erica is just mad because Garcelle is not dumping Sutton as a friend. Let's
Yeah.
call thing a thing. Let's call thing a thing. Erica is just she can't be Erica anymore. She's Erica. Erica's just mad because Garcelle's like, no, Sutton's my friend, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Garcelle won't join the Fox Force 18 or whatever they are, she mad. She's salty.
But they don't want her in there. They don't want her in the Fox Force frauds. They don't. They want to break up her and Sutton and then separately get rid of both of them.
But they can't get rid of Garcelle. She didn't brought him back up. She got missed.
Erica ain't get that memo yet. Because
Yeah.
Erica still think that she the shit with them stolen earrings.
Right. It's a shame that she's delusional. And I do have a question for you. If you were going through what Erica's going through,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't you want a friend to talk to you about it and say it in front of your close group of friends? And here's why. Garcelle said, we cannot turn a blind eye for the sake of friendship. And to me, Garcelle said nothing but the truth on that. And the
True.
simple fact, if I were Erica, Miss Erica, sorry, her name's Erica now, you need to be looking at the people who aren't saying anything to you and wonder why, like, they see me in this pain. I'm saying what I'm doing is not right. Why aren't they saying the same thing?
But here's the thing, though. Lisa came to her in a previous episode and said,
Yeah.
girl, you was horrible,
Mm-hmm.
and what are we doing here? You gotta slow it down. There was no problem with that. But Garcelle voicing concern, saying basically the same thing, and there's a problem with that. Why?
But remember, the problem happened after she called Sutton detrimental, and Garcelle said, I don't think so. That's when Erica got upset. That's when Miss Erica got upset.
But why don't listen? I think out of everybody, Garcelle has the most right to say something to Erica or Urka, because Erica rinsed out her minor 14-year-old child and cussed at her birthday party. So Garcelle got the most reason to be saying something to this old dry ass bitch about her behavior because it has impacted her child.
Right. Kyra, yes. Erica said she appreciated Garcelle going slow easy on her when they met. Yes, but that was before Garcelle wouldn't denounce Sutton. We have to remember the context. There's pre Sutton conversation and post Sutton conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Pre Sutton conversation. Oh, thank you so much for going easy on me. I see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You have a point. This is now. Now, Sutton's a liability. Garcelle, I don't think so. She's my friend. Oh, I don't think now Garcelle doesn't have good intentions.
And
So
again,
we have to get timeline.
Talking out of both sides of your mouth, just like your friend Lisa. When y'all can't get what you want, you heard Lisa at that table. Until you do what I say or what I want, then I'll let it go. I was just like, wait, what? She has outed herself as a bully on 2 episodes now, and it is It is like astonishing. Oh, I just can't with these idiots. I can't. When are they going to recast this show?
I mean, I mean, I can't see them unless Miss Erica does something drastic. I can't see them bringing her back. Um, Dorit, we've seen the fashions. It was cute for a couple seasons, fantastic, loving it. Unless we see, maybe some scandal with maybe you cheating on PK with Mauricio, or you and PK have an arrangement where you can sleep with Mauricio. I'm not gonna care, because I wouldn't mind seeing Kyle devastated that her friend slept with her husband. That would be interesting, but I doubt it will happen. Who else?
Can I
Get
say
your
that
render over.
that Cavalli outfit she had on was like vintage Cavalli? It looked really good. It was
Dorit always looks
showcasing
good.
all of the assets.
Right, but I'm going to need more of Dorit in her business. I'm going to need more of Dorit as a mom because I think that's where Dorit shines. That's just my opinion. If all you
You
give me is
like
fashion,
her as a mom because her kids be dragging her for filth. That's it. Cause let's call a thing. How is she a mom when she always got some sort of caretaker there with her watching her while she's being a mom and the kids dragging her? One of those people of color that be in her house.
I'm just saying, Dorit, Dorit brings a certain. I want to see more um, of that from her. Now, if Erica wants to bring some of the sponsors on the show, I can give her another season. But if we're not seeing no sponsors, she got to go.
Did you hear that she put in another legal claim for them earrings? I think the only reason why she need them earrings is to pay off the lawyers that she got.
Hmm.
Because I feel that she promised them the earrings as like
Hmm.
a down payment, a retainer, and now the earrings is being sought.
And I
Why
might be wrong
nobody
about
ain't
this.
coming after that ring though, the Panther ring? Why nobody ain't coming after that?
Right. Speaking of Dorit and PK, here's what I want to ask, and I may be way off of left field off of this, but I think this is a great idea.
Uh-huh.
What I would love to see happen: take PK and Dorit and
Mm-hmm.
Mauricio and Kyle and give them their own show and
No.
make yes,
They
it will
already
be
have that. They have
no
Selling Beverly Hills or something.
right, but I need Kyle off the show though. You see what I'm talking about. I need Kyle and Dorit off the show to make way for two new people.
So give them a one season run, cancel due to lack of ratings, and get her off the show by doing
Uh,
the other show.
well, since you're gonna put the whole plan out there, sure, Debbie, we'll go with that. Thank you. I was just like, you can't just let me have me being nice to the people. I'm giving them a nice send off, and you will just ruin it by just putting the plan out there.
Because I'm thinking like the executive who is planning this.
I understand that, but you weren't supposed to put the plan out there like that. Like the way I said it was be like, oh yes, this is great. They'll have their own show. I didn't say how long the show was going to run. I just said give them their own show.
Oh, so she paid for the Panther ring with her money. They can't go after
Okay,
that one until she's found guilty. Oh, darn it.
just so y'all know, Debbie ruined my
I
overall
did
plan.
not. I
Yes, you
did
did.
not.
You weren't
I
supposed to
did
say that out
not.
loud. Inside voice.
Like Kyle don't know the writings on the wall. She been in Hollywood long enough as a failed actress at that.
I mean, can you say she filmed when she was in both Halloween movies? Can you really call that a failure?
When they're 40 years apart, yeah.
She was in some Hallmark movies, I think, wasn't she?
No.
Hold on. You were not gonna sit here and slander Kyle Richards like that.
She was on Little House on the Prairie, Halloween, and then Halloween. And she had a Peacock movie after Halloween.
We're not gonna do this. You're not gonna
Okay.
slander Kyle. Let me pull up her. Y'all give me a moment. I pull up her IMDb. Put some spec on that name.
Okay. Okay.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yes, they are selling. I saw that. I thought it was sold though, Sunway. I thought she sold it. Um, the Aspen home. I think they're liquidating, or maybe just flipping or something. I don't know. Um, but she's got her shop down in La Quinta, with that lady who does all the designing. She's got her shop. Um, I mean, let's see how long this one will last.
Okay, here's what I can see. She was
Mm-hmm.
in the little Halloween movies.
Mm-hmm.
Something about the Watcher. Another
Okay.
Halloween, the new Halloween movie.
Uh-huh.
The Car. Don't know who that is.
Okay.
Why did it go to that?
I'm gonna need to see your face, Jamal.
Oh, okay.
I want to see your face while you pull up her professional resume.
Of course. Okay, here it is. This is what I was looking for.
Okay.
She was in the Halloween Ends, the
Uh-huh.
Housewives of the North Pole. That was like some like lifetime Hallmark movie. Halloween Kills. See, she milking the Halloween movies. Good job. The
Uh-huh.
the Prince. Don't know how it is. She was in Lady Gaga's music video in 2014.
Oh my
She was in the Hungover Game. She was on 3 episodes of Days of Our Lives. You better work. She was in one episode of CSI.
God.
She was
Mm-hmm.
in Deadly Sibling Rivalry. She was in some kind of movie called Pledge This. She was in 21 episodes of ER, the TV series. You see, you put some respect on Kyle Richards' name.
Was she in
Uh,
the ICU in a bed? What was she doing on there?
Hold on,
Because she sure enough wasn't kissing George Clooney. Was he on
she played
ER?
she played a
I don't
nurse.
remember. Well, I don't remember her.
She was in Seventh Heaven for episode. She was in City Guys for episode. She was in 90210 for one episode. See, she was in the
But does it
Love Boat.
say featured or extra? Like, come on now. Getting day rate is completely different than if you have a storyline.
I mean, they're one episode, so you know what I mean. You know,
Uh-huh.
she was a
Okay.
special guest. She was like a special guest star, a
Or she
special
could have
extra
been an
guest star.
extra, like my friend was in a Spike Lee movie and got paid $30 for being there all day.
hmm So Miss Kyle Richards has quite a few credits
So you
on
don't
her
see the Little
resume.
House on the Prairie? Because I swear she was on Little House on the Prairie.
No, she was. I skipped that because we
Okay.
all knew that. But so it says she was on Little House on the
Okay.
Prairie from 70. She was on for 18 episodes.
Okay. She needed to be in Overboard.
And she was in the episode of Chips.
Oh my God.
Let's see something else. Is there anything else in here? One episode of Fantasy Island. Can't forget that.
Listen, everybody was on Chips and everybody was on Fantasy Island. That was her heyday. Anything after the 70s, I'm going to need to find out if she was getting day rate or if she was featured.
Let's
Did
see.
she have more than one line? Yes, Yanni.
I mean, she
Or
got
was
consistent.
uh-huh,
She was in something called Down to Earth. Um,
down
and she
to
was in
earth?
106 episodes, so she was featured.
On what channel?
I don't know what Down to Earth is,
Child,
but it was on for 3 years, and she was in like pretty much every episode.
you is just trying with this. Down.
I'm just, I mean, she had a gap from
Was it on
1990 to
TV?
1998. Down to Earth. I don't know
Yeah.
what Down to Earth is. It says it was a comedy.
Earth show. Let's see.
Okay, it's interesting. It says after
Yes.
I'm not the plot. The plot. Here's the plot. It says after being struck down by a trolley in 1925, Ethel McDougan, a flapper, waits in heaven for a chance to help a family and earn her wings. The chance arrives in form of the Preston family. So I'm going to assume Kyle was the little girl of the show. That was supposed to be helped by the angel.
This was on TBS from 84 to 87. That was the
Hmm.
original release. And
Hmm.
then it was distributed by Warner Brothers Television.
Hmm. See, see, Kyle,
Oh.
we're equal opportunity. We gonna give you your just due respect. Well, at least
Who
I
the
am.
hell watched that?
I just said that was her that she was featured. I didn't say nobody watched it. I'm gonna need you to follow me, Debbie. sometimes sometimes context is not needed in all situations.
I'm sorry.
Just saying. Ryan Ryan is wrong for that. She
She
played a
played a
random nurse.
random nurse. There you go. And recognize sometimes she would have a line. Sometimes she would have a line in the scene. So she was walk on.
Hmm.
Child.
I just think the show needs a revamping, and part of it is Kyle getting off the show.
Yes,
And I
I
think
agree.
and I think giving her something to do, like a spinoff, would be a great way. I'm sorry if y'all could give Kim Zolciak an 8-year spinoff. Y'all can give Kyle a 2-year run.
Well, don't forget, Yanni, as a child, she worked for her money, yes. And then as
Yes.
a teen and adult, she barely worked because she got
Hmm.
pregnant at 19.
Hmm. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, for she has not evolved on the show, which it's
Mm-mm.
hard. It's hard for a show to evolve if the main cast doesn't evolve with it.
Because look at it. Okay, so I'm looking at at Kyle's replacement, Garcelle, right, as the pot stirrer. Garcelle has been on this show 3 seasons,
This is
two,
their
three,
third
yeah,
season.
third season. Since Garcelle got on this show, she got that big deal with NBC Universal Comcast for production, a production deal. She did her book. She got the homewares line. What else? Oh, she got the reel while she was on this. She's remained booked and busy with major projects, but her biggest deal is that deal she did with NBC, that production deal, NBC Comcast Universal. All right, so that's 3 years. Okay. Kyle's been on here for the entire duration of this. And what has she done?
She had Shahida, Kyle by Shahida. She's had
Uh-huh.
some stores that closed, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
But she just had like I know that's what I'm saying. She hasn't really evolved out of season one, Kyle. So I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you think about it, she nothing really major
Mm-hmm.
in life has really happened. Like, she hasn't, like, for example, like Lisa Vanderpump got a spinoff and she was on the show. She's opened restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You look at like Adrienne Maloof, she got a whole divorce and she,
Mm-hmm.
her family's like making moves on the real estate scene, I've been hearing. You have
Mm-hmm.
Camille, she got divorced, got half of Kelsey's money, which she deserved, and she's gotten remarried and she's happy. She's popping off on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter and Instagram, fighting
Uh-huh.
fighting with the cast. You
Right.
know,
Right.
Yolanda, like, got divorced and left and probably got a nice settlement. Yolanda got her own show, like trying to help like new models, break into the scene. I mean, people who are even on the show have done more of evolving than she has on the show. And I think that's a big drawback. it's detrimental to the show because you like since her being there the longest, she's the one who really should be evolving the most. Like she should be the one who like how okay, how are people coming in after you getting more than you? And I mean in totality, not just on the show. I'm not counting the show.
The only thing that has evolved with her is her nose and her Birkin collection.
Shout out to the Birkins, but still, that's not enough.
But
That's
but
that.
I was giving her something. You said that I've
Yeah,
ruined everything this episode. So I'm
I
giving her
mean,
something. Her
you
nose
didn't ruin
and her
it.
Birkin collection. That's about it.
You didn't
Because
ruin
she
everything. It's just more
hasn't,
you put the plan out.
listen, Kyle hasn't done anything since season 1 when she said her sister was an alcoholic in the back of that limousine.
Hmm. I mean, look at least like as much as you don't like Lisa Rinna, look how she's the same person character wise, but she's always hustling, and I respect that. Like she's trying to get hers. I don't see the drive. Like you see the drive in Lisa Rinna, you see the drive in Garcelle, you see Sutton making moves. Like Crystal, Crystal was coined and said before she got on the show. She's cool. Kathy coined and said before she got on the show. But the people who are trying to make moves outside of you know, this show I respect. Erica, even like people may laugh at Erica and her hairline, but there's a huge market, $1 billion business, multi-billion-dollar business. And
Uh-huh.
kudos to Erica for trying. These are the things we want to see. Like these are the things we want more of on the show. Kyle is not doing this. That and
But
that's that's
Yanni
the
has a
that's the chief
point.
problem.
Yanni has made a point, but to be fair, she's a mom. That's what she
Mhm.
truly wanted in life. Maybe that's why she didn't evolve now. It's too late. I don't think it's too late.
No, no, no. When I say evolve, okay, yeah, she's a mom, but you
So is
she
everybody
fancies
else.
her. What is she fancies? She fancies herself as an entrepreneur as well.
Mhm.
I think all of these ladies on the show are moms, so we can't just use like the mom thing. And we have to also remember her mother, like, kind of reared her to always be coins, and her mom seemed to have the hustler spirit to her as well. So
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, as far as reality TV, when I say evolve, I'm only speaking of reality TV bubble. We
Uh-huh.
like to see our characters evolve as the show goes on.
Kyle does need to hustle for her money. Back in the day, she did because when she remember when she said she married Mauricio, their wedding was like
Hmm.
$10,000 or something like that.
And
Um,
her mom was pissed.
that's right. They got their stuff now, but back in the day, they were struggling.
Hmm.
You know, she could have gone out there and gotten work.
Like
It
you,
was
you
still
take
working.
Kyle off the show. Let me do it this way: take Kyle off the show and put her in the real world. Kyle has a fantastic life. She's doing so well. Like she has everything you could want, right? But we have to put her in the context of this show, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and being the only founding character that's left.
Mhm.
For the show to evolve, she needs there has to be some kind of development because other people have had more I want to say more meteor topics. You know what I mean? She'll touch on certain things like her own eating disorder. Like she could talk more about that. Like I would love to have seen more scenes with her and Crystal just talking about it on a real level.
Mhm.
Like how did Kyle. Why did Kyle? I would like to hear them have a conversation, like why Kyle got into it. But I would want it to be a one-on-one conversation with them because that's something that the show needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so Kyle did marry Mauricio. She invested in him, but he, you could say, got a huge leg up through Rick
Hmm.
because the
Oh,
agency wouldn't be the agency without Rick.
oh yeah, Yanni, true. You don't see Kathy hustle for money, but Kathy's also not a main cast member either.
Right, but
She's a friend of the show.
We do see Kathy hustling because remember last season she was flipping that house.
True.
you know, and that's a hobby for her.
Hmm. So
You
yeah,
know?
like Kyle, like in the regular context, is fantastic. It's great, but in terms of the show and being the longest running castmate, she needs to do something. She needs to move herself forward. I won't use this. I won't use the word evolve. I say she needs to push herself forward. That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we've got 3 minutes until
Yep.
Dubai. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. This was a little bit longer than normal, but you know, we like to pontificate. Okay.
Well,
All right.
I mean, it was a good conversation because we got into term talking about recasting, and
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about recasting,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, when you call for a recast, you kind of need to say who you want to recast and why you think they should be recast, not just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they need to go because we don't like
I
them.
don't like them. Yeah, that's usually my
Right.
excuse.
True.
And have we seen Rick in this season? I don't. Did we even see him at the clips for Paris's wedding? I don't think so. I mean, we barely saw him on Paris in Love. The whole one episode I watched. Oh my God. All right, y'all. Join us back here in a couple of minutes where we will be doing our final show today. Real Housewives of Dubai. Bring your notes. Hopefully, we'll see Pearl. But thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we're good. This is a good conversation. Like this is kind of what these things are about. Like we can come here, like talk about the show, and then talk about like the different aspects, and do it in a respectful way to where it's like looking at all angles and being fair. Like, yeah, I think you should leave the show, but this is why, because you're not giving us this, not just because I don't like you.
That's just
That's all.
me who says that. I don't like you. All right, y'all. See y'all in a minute. Until
Yep.
next time, Jamal.
In 2 minutes. Yep.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.